Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. Today we'll be talking about some of the topics from across Thailand as well as a few stories from ASEAN Now, starting with our first story today regarding cold air from China brings chill to Thailand's north. Now, Thailand is experiencing a significant weather shift as strong cold air masses from China are causing temperatures to drop across the northern and upper southern regions. The Thai Meteorological Department issued warnings regarding heavy rainfall in the south, urging residents to be cautious of potential flash floods and landslides. The current weather forecast predicts that the cold air mass will continue to affect the northern and upper southern parts of Thailand. The phenomenon is expected to bring cooler morning temperatures, strong winds, and a further decrease in temperatures by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius in the northern region. Light rain is anticipated in some western parts of the north, as well as lower northern, eastern, and coastal areas. Residents in these regions are advised to take care of their health due to the changing weather conditions because it can get extra chilly. Now, as we head into December and January, places like Chiang Rai, Chiang Mai, the north in general of Thailand always gets a little cooler. Great place to go for a holiday during this time. Very little to no pollution. And you can go up to places like Doi Inthanon, Doi Suthep for a morning coffee up in the clouds with a nice sweater. Or if you're a Westerner, then basically just normal clothes. But yeah, cool weather incoming. Do be careful if you're a local resident there. Your body does get accustomed to the general weather of Thailand. So quick shift in weather can get you a little bit of a cold, and nobody wants that. Now, we're going to move on to our next story, where Thailand, is it the land of opportunity? Now, in a bold move to bolster foreign investment, Thailand is set to revolutionize its land lease policies by extending terms to an impressive 99 years. This game-changing proposal was unveiled by Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Pichai Chunhavajira at the glitzy CEO and Commerce Awards 2024, marking a monumental shift for international investors eyeing long-term opportunities in the land of smiles. It's a move that aligns with Thailand's ambitious 2025 strategic vision, focusing on unlocking opportunities while grappling with challenges and future growth. With a vast expanse of more than 300 million rai, equivalent to 540,000 square kilometers, and a population of 67 million, Thailand presents unparalleled potential for development and economic expansion. The proposed policy upgrade aims to entice foreign investors with the right laws guaranteeing security to utilize, trade, and secure loans against land rights by switching from the existing 30-year leases to a generous 99-year lease. The scheme is designed to inject stability and confidence into investors planning long-term ventures in Thailand. After these extensive leases, assets would revert to the state with a heartfelt promise to redistribute them with the focus of aiding low-income families. The aspect underscores the government dedication to balancing lucrative foreign investment. Now, great news, especially when it comes to land, because as most people know that it's very difficult for foreigners to own land in Thailand 100%. What most people do is often put it in their Thai partner's name or their Thai business partner's name, and they're not allowed to own more than 50%. What some people do instead is lease it. They can lease it up to 30 years, and what investors normally do is they buy the land, they lease it for 30 years, which can then be renewed another 2 times, however, to 90 years. However, if you can get it to 99 years on the first go, I guess it makes doing business and long-term planning much easier. So, great move by Thailand. Let's see when it actually takes place, because I believe it hasn't been... It's more of a strategic planning move that they're planning to do rather than something that's already taken effect. But great move by the land of opportunity, Thailand, and great news for foreign investors. For now, we're going to move on to our next story, going to the south of Thailand, to Phuket, as a Phuket motorcycle taxi driver has been arrested after a clash with tourists. Patong police in Phuket apprehended a motorcycle taxi driver following a heated altercation between tourists and a local taxi driver. The incident unfolded on October 31st, just a couple of days ago, at the intersection near the football field of Tawiwong Road, leading to several charges being filed against the motorcycle driver. Now, 2 tourists who had boarded an electric vehicle taxi had booked through a legal app intended to head to Phuket International Airport. As they got into the cab, the motorcycle taxi driver approached and prevented them from closing the door, insisting they leave the vehicle. The taxi driver explained to the motorcycle driver that the tourists had legitimately ordered the ride and were not at fault. Unconvinced, the motorcycle driver attempted to seize one of the tourists' phones to verify the booking. Despite the tense exchange between the motorcycle driver and the female taxi driver, the taxi eventually departed, continuing to the airport. The tourist nationalities were not disclosed, as per police reports, but the confrontation captured on the CCTV soon circulated on social media, sparking widespread criticism and concern. Many online comments condemned the aggressive behavior of taxi operators in Patong. I think most people are already aware of the taxi mafia that is quite prevalent in Phuket, especially, and Pattaya and other places, but Phuket, Patong specifically. It has gotten better over the years, where Grab taxi app is now kind of welcomed, as they have crazy prices on their app. Generally, when you're using the Grab app, going a few kilometers, you might be paying 50, 100, 150 baht. In Phuket, for that same distance, you might be paying 300, 400 baht. So the government has made the app legal, but they've hiked up the prices to kind of keep the taxi drivers happy. And even when they've already done that and it's accepted, some people still want to cause trouble, and they want to make sure that people aren't using the app. Really, they just want to kind of make a deal with the taxi drivers, get a price, and then drive through. It's strange to have a motorcycle taxi driver kind of fight for the rights of taxi drivers. I would have thought that motorbike taxis and taxis would kind of have their own turf and have their own type of customers, but yeah, strange story. But do be careful out there when you are traveling in places like Pattaya and Phuket. Guys, there's multiple apps now that you can use. Grab is by far the most expensive. Bolt is the second app that is a bit more cheaper. Do be careful when you're using Bolt, because the local taxi drivers don't like it. The third one and the most affordable and cheapest option is InDriver, INDRIVER, InDriver. That one is definitely by far most value for money, and you actually get to pick which taxi driver you want. Once you put in a bid, you get, I think, 3 or 4 different, up to 6 taxi drivers who accept your bid, and then you get to see what car you can go in. Sometimes you get a Fortuner, sometimes you get a Toyota Corolla, sometimes you get a Pajero Sport, yeah. So do be careful out there. Don't fight with the taxi drivers. It's not worth it. Just close the door, move on, move 100 meters away, try to get another taxi, use the app. All right. And now I'm going to move on to our last story, and possibly the most important story of the day. Pattaya is set for a bikini contest. That's right. Anticipation is bubbling over in Pattaya as the city prepares to host not one, but 2 sensational events that promise to turn up the heat this weekend. The Pattaya International Tattoo Festival and the eagerly awaited Pattaya International Bikini Beach Race. That's right, you heard me. The Pattaya International Bikini Beach Race. Kicking off the festivities, Central Marina is poised to become the epicenter of creativity, with the tattoo festival running from tomorrow, Saturday, Saturday, November the 2nd to Sunday. It just finished, unfortunately. Ink enthusiasts can look forward to jaw-dropping competition featuring world-class tattoo artists alongside the dazzling Miss Bikini Tattoo Contest, where contestants will flaunt their inked masterpieces in eye-catching swimwear. Meanwhile, tomorrow's Bikini Beach Race is set to dash along a stunning 5-kilometer route on Pattaya's prime pristine shores, kicking off from Central Pattaya. This isn't just any race, it's a glitzy spectacle featuring celebrities, models, and social media influencers, including the fabulous Miss Grand Thailand 2024. As if that weren't enough, the live performances by popular Thai artists will keep the spirits high, blending music with physical prowess. According to event organizers, the energy in Pattaya is palpable as we prepare for these extraordinary events. We are thrilled to welcome participants from all over the world, said the event organizers. I have a feeling that the beaches of Pattaya were absolutely packed by men and women in the city, and possibly people traveling from all over Thailand for the tattoo contest, obviously. Yeah, the bikini contest is just a plus. But I hope that whoever was over in Pattaya over the weekend really enjoyed their time in the hot, hot heat. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Those were some of the stories from across Thailand. I'm now going to be talking about a couple of stories from around ASEAN, going over to Japan first, as Japan urges 200,000 people to evacuate due to heavy rain. Now, Tokyo, nearly 200,000 people in western Japan were urged to evacuate on Saturday, November the 2nd, as authorities warned of landslides and floods while the remnants of a tropical storm trickle over the country. The Japan Meteorological Agency said warm, moist air was causing heavy rainfall with thunderstorms in western Japan, partly due to Typhoon Kong-Ray, which was downgraded to a extra-tropical low-pressure system from a typhoon. The city of Matsuyama issued the top-level warning, urging 189,552 residents in its 10 districts to evacuate and immediately secure safety. While the evacuation was not mandatory, Japan's highest-level warning is typically issued when it is extremely likely that some kind of disaster has already occurred. Forecasters warned that landslides and floods could affect western Japan on the weekend, so hopefully everyone is safe out there in Japan. We're going to move on to our last story from around ASEAN, which takes us to Pakistan as it shuts primary schools in Lahore over record pollution. Now, Pakistan's second city of Lahore will close primary schools for a week over record pollution, government authorities said on the weekend, to avoid exposing millions of children to smog several times above levels deemed dangerous. For days, the city of 14 million people has been enveloped by smog, a mix of fog and pollutants caused by low-grade diesel fumes, smoke from seasonal agriculture burning, and winter cooling. The air quality index, which measures a range of pollutants, exceeded 1,000 on Saturday, well above the level of 300 considered dangerous, according to data from 300 to 1,000. The Punjab government also recorded peaks of over 1,000 on the weekend, which is considered unprecedented. Weather forecast for the next 6 days shows that wind patterns will remain the same. Therefore, we're all closing all government and private primary schools in Lahore for a week, said Johangir Anwar, a senior environmental protection official in Lahore. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching from Lahore, do be safe out there. And if you plan to travel there, perhaps delay your travel plans for a week or so. Do be safe out there. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Those were some of the topics from across Thailand and ASEAN. You can find more stories from Thailand on thetiger.com, and obviously join in any conversation regarding these topics on the ASEAN Now forum at ASEANnow.com. And now I'm going to dive into some of the comments to see what the people are talking about.